Hi guys, welcome to my humble abode, your go-to channel for skincare. I'm not a professional and I don't claim to be one. I'm just a girl who is crazy over skincare. So in today's video, we are going to dissect a brand called Kalahari. They are a local brand from Cape Town. My grandfam gave me a list of brands to review and this was one of them. So when I find a new brand like Kalahari, there are 3 products that I want to purchase and each of them must meet an objective. So the first thing that I want to get is a cleanser. Ideally, my cleanser needs to really clean my face. So I need it to get in and remove all of that sebum and that dirt that's sitting on my surface area. But at the same time, it must not be stripping. So I don't want something that's going to really dry out my skin. The next product is controversial. Some people think that it's necessary in a skin routine. Some people think that it's not, which is a toner. So the thing about a toner is that it's not there for your second cleanse. The reason that I like using a toner is because I want the toner to have all of these ingredients that are just going to be feeding into my skin straight after I've cleansed it really well. So when I'm buying a toner, my objective is not to say I want a toner that is going to cleanse my skin again and then take a cotton pad and then check if there's dirt. If there's still dirt on my cotton pad after I've toned, it just means that my cleanser has not done a good enough job for me, basically. So when I look for a tone, I look for ingredients that are just going to really plump my skin and give my skin all of that goodness that it needs. So that's why I said it's controversial. You don't necessarily have to have a toner. So if a brand doesn't have a toner, I'm not upset. But if it does have a toner, that's the stuff that I'm looking for. The last product I'm looking for is a moisturizer. So in my moisturizer, I want something that's hydrating but not oily. I do have dry skin, and whilst my skin can absorb that oiliness, I don't like an oily looking face. And then I want something that's packed with antioxidants to protect my skin barrier. If there's an SPF in the moisturizer, it is an absolute bonus. So if the brand has an SPF, I'm so excited. If you skip the SPF, it doesn't matter what goodness you pack into your skin. The sun causes aging, causes sunspots, causes wrinkles. So all of that goodness that you're putting into your skin means absolutely nothing if you're not using an SPF. So I really emphasize how important it is to use an SPF. If the brand has a moisturizer with an SPF, that is a super bonus. So now that we know the objectives that we want to meet, let's look at the brand a bit. The founder says that she's dedicated to discovering how she can use botanical ingredients from Africa for your skin benefit without harming the environment. Botanical ingredients is just a general term for more natural ingredients. So I just like to make a disclaimer. Just because something is natural doesn't mean that it is better. There are many helpful botanical ingredients for the skin, but there are also some ingredients that is just a no-no and that you should just avoid. Just because it's natural doesn't mean that it isn't problematic. My personal view is I feel like there needs to be a really good balance between natural ingredients and chemical ingredients, and I think that once you can marry those two really well, you have a really good successful formula. And obviously this brand says that they're natural, so I don't expect to see much chemical in it, so I'm gonna align my mind in that way. Okay, so let's bust into these ingredients and see if they contain any harmful or irritating effects for your skin and if they can meet all of the objectives that we expect them to. I got into their website and I found a set that they're selling. It has a cleanser, a toner and a moisturizer. Remember, the objective of a facial cleanser is that it must really clean the skin very well. It must still be hydrating to the skin, but at the same time it mustn't be stripping to the skin. So the main ingredients in the facial cleanser are as follows. Watermelon extract. This is an excellent ingredient. It is high in antioxidants, it has protective agents and a UV filter screen. The next thing that it has, so I'm just using phonics, please forgive me if I'm saying this wrong and we'll all be learning together, is Hydra africana fruit extract. This product has limited research on it, but from what I found out is that it has soothing properties and it is an antioxidant. Next is a rooibos extract, and this is packed with antioxidants. It's just a really good ingredient for your skin, period. So those are the main ingredients of the cleanser. I think that it has a really good ingredient list. I mean, it's packed with antioxidants and it's really good for your skin, but it's a cleanser. So what's going to be happening is I'm going to be putting this on my face, right? But I'm not absorbing all of this goodness because I'm going to be washing it off my face. So whilst the ingredient list here was really good, I was just disappointed because I'm just like, okay, but where's the actual cleansing part coming from? There's not really deep cleansing that's happening. So I'm not going to be getting rid of excess sebum production from my skin, etc. I opted to save my coin and not buy the facial cleanser. Like I said, that ingredient list was really good, but it doesn't meet the expectations that I have for a facial cleanser. However, if you are interested in buying it, the facial cleanser retails for 259 Rand on the Kalahari website, and I will link in the description box below. So the next product that we're looking at is the toner, and this here they say is a toning lotion. Okay, so if we just dig into the ingredients, after aqua, to my dismay, it has witch hazel in it. Witch hazel is an astringent and it strips your skin. I don't mind witch hazel as an ingredient, but it must be in a low dosage and at the bottom of the ingredient list, and this here is sitting right on the top. It is, however, still better than having alcohol as an ingredient. The next ingredient says alcohol, and I'm just like, girl, you put witch hazel in there and straight after that you're putting alcohol. So actually this product is quite stripping to the skin, and I'm like, no, because as a dry baby that's very bad for me. But even people with oily skin, these products are not the best for your skin. Whilst it may feel good and you don't actually see the effect on your skin directly, in the future and when you're much older, the usage is really going to show its effects. Unfortunately, it just works like that. What you do when you're younger just comes to bite your ass when you're older. Same in the skincare world. Anyway, let's still look at the ingredient list, right? Then it has allantoin in it, and allantoin is a moisturizer. It soothes the skin, exfoliates and hydrates. It is a really good ingredient. And then the next ingredient is lactic acid. You guys, if you watched my previous video, you know that I really like lactic acid. I was really excited because lactic acid is a form of exfoliation and it really cleans out the dirt and the shit in your skin. Also, lactic acid is quite mild, so it's not really going to irritate your skin that much, so I was quite happy with that. Lactic acid is definitely something that I want to see in a cleanser or in a toner. I was so excited when I saw this because I'm like, yes girl, now we're balancing natural and chemical. And after that it has watermelon seed, which we've already discussed, which is packed with antioxidants. Then it has the rooibos extract and the Kigella Africana fruit that we spoke about earlier. All the stuff that I loved in the cleanser, I'm now seeing it pop up also in the toner. So whilst I didn't buy the wash, I actually did go ahead and buy the toning lotion. And this is what it looks like. Despite the witch hazel and the alcohol, I wanted to just test it out. I was just so forward, I know. So I just wanted to see if the allantoin was enough. Like, what I would actually have wanted to rather see in here, maybe like more natural ingredients that are moisturizing to sort of combat the witch hazel and the alcohol. So something like honey, which is a great humectant, or glycerin in it. So when I put it on my skin, it didn't feel as stripping, but it was not hydrating, obviously because there's not really hydrating products in it. Now when I think back about it, it wasn't a good purchase because of the witch hazel and the alcohol and that high concentration that is so skin stripping. The truth of the matter is witch hazel, alcohol and stripping agents are just not good for the skin. If you are going to use them, it should honestly rather be in a cleanser, because you know the cleanser you're gonna wash it off. This toning lotion stays on my skin. So I did buy the product, I tested it out, and it's not something that I would use consistently because of the witch hazel and the alcohol. However, this product does retail for 244 rand if you want to try it yourself. Finally, there is the moisturizer. So the moisturizer is called the Hydra Light Moisturizer, and this retails for 315 rand. So it has grapeseed oil in it. Grapeseed oil has very strong antioxidant properties. It has a lower saturation, so it gives it a much thinner type of texture, so it's less greasy compared to high saturated oils like your coconut oil. Then it has shea butter in it, and shea butter is just such a great ingredient. But just in general, shea butter is a very good product to use. I have another product, but I'm gonna have to read this name because it's like really hard. Creme Bay Abyssinian Seed Extract. This is very high in emollients that moisturize your skin. Then you have the Kigella Africana fruit extract, the rooibos extract, and the watermelon seed oil as well. I'm not going to go into detail again about how amazing those are. The ingredient list here though is really good, and now when I think back at it, I don't know why I jumped for the toning lotion instead of the moisturizer. This moisturizer I think is really good, and I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to add it to my cart. Normally in a moisturizer I like to see niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, all of those good stuff, but this is a natural brand. They do say that they're a natural brand, but I mean, you know, there are some chemicals that are in there as well, for example like the alcohol that they're using and stuff. So I don't think that it would be a bad thing, you know, if they decide to start balancing natural and chemical really well. But anyway, that's up to them. So overall, for natural ingredients, I think that packaging is really important. Wrong packaging can be very detrimental because natural ingredients can break down very easily. So you want something that's opaque, not in a jar kind of packaging. And I was quite happy to see that, you know, this packaging is opaque, it's in plastic. So the packaging is good, and I'm glad that the company is doing it right. The price point is also quite fair. If you bought all three, you would have paid 736 rand. I think that's a fair price point to be paying for, you know, all three. I love the ingredient list. I didn't find any natural ingredient that was harmful. Let's come back to my point. I like a good balance between natural and chemical, but if you're into only natural stuff, I would definitely recommend their products. And maybe get a cleanser that can do a bit more. Once again, fam, thank you so much for taking time to watch my video. If you've gotten this far, you might as well just subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, because in my next video I am going to be reviewing another local brand that you guys asked me to review called Schoon.